Please stand by.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Warning. What is your name?
I am Jay Ramone, and this is the Jay Ramone Podcast.
If the FCC knew you were doing drugs on the air, shut us down!
This gets more work done more accurately.
I will sit down with bands, artists, chefs, business owners, and fellow Oklahomans to talk about their projects and dealing with day-to-day life.
This stuff can give you brain damage.
This is the Jay Ramone Podcast.
Power of the internet is truly amazing.
How are you guys?
Good, man. How you been?
I'm good, man. Just sitting here in the office. It's been a busy day. You guys have been busy.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, I'm here with CJ and Paulette from the band Dime Store Riot. And the last time we spoke, I believe, was Rocklahoma. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
2 years ago? Is that right? Maybe 3? I can't remember. It all runs together. Rocklahoma is a blur.
2 for sure. That seems about right. Although you've definitely played us on your show since then, but I think that's the last time we sat down.
I try to look at all of the venues and promoters and look at the show listings and see who's playing where. And when I make the playlist, I try to plug bands that have shows coming up and are playing, just try to help make some awareness, because we all benefit when we pack out a club.
That's right.
Well, we appreciate that for sure.
So let's talk about Dime Store Riot real fast, because you guys have been busy in the last few months or year, so to speak, because you guys have been in the middle of recording new music as well as a major tour. How was it going out on the road?
It's been good. Our band management booking agent, Miss Paulette, has been very busy behind the scenes, getting us things, everything from New Jersey to New Mexico. So, we played as far as you can go on the coast out east. We were actually on the pier in Atlantic City, and then just recently played one of the Apache reservations out in Dulce in New Mexico. So it's been fun. We've met a great cross section of music fans, and everyone has just very warmly welcomed us and embraced what we were doing. So it's been great.
Well, you guys have been doing this for a while, but you've been playing mostly here in Oklahoma and kind of around the Tulsa area, what I call a 2-hour drive, basically within 2 hours of your hometown. And you guys really jumped in with both feet, because people who don't do it, they don't realize to go out on tour like that, to go from state to state, go to the East Coast, to go out there out west, you're taking time off of work from your day jobs, your normal life, your normal household duties, the things you've got to do at home. You're gone. Like there is no updating the dishwasher, doing the laundry, keeping up with the housework, all of that stuff. You're living in a box, rolling down the road.
We really are.
Right.
We really are. But
how do you stay sane with that many people in small, tight spaces?
Well, we
several stops along
we were fortunate enough to be able to secure a motor home, which definitely was a game changer on those longer trips where everyone can kind of spread out, stretch out, so that when we get to the venues, you're not just all stiff and sore from being crammed in a van or a truck or something. So that's helped us all being able to spread out as well. But we've got a good group of people. We actually genuinely like each other anyway. We hang out anyway, so that helps. And it's just the 4 of us. If we were dragging along with a lot of extra folks with crew and stuff, then even more dynamics to navigate. But at least at this stage, it's primarily just the 4 of us, and we have our moments where we want to strangle each other. But I think we've got a strong enough friendship. We've been able to navigate that pretty well.
What was it like working on this new music that you just sent me?
That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've got 6 songs coming out within a few weeks of each other. You just got the second one, Breaks for You. The first one was Bad Karma. And each song from each track, they're just so different from the next that It's just been really a lot of fun. CJ probably has more to put in on that one, but I just enjoy that each track is very different from the.
Well, if I understand it correctly, the stuff you sent me before, you guys self-produced yourself, correct?
The first we did a couple songs with Oakwood when the band first started, and we've only been a band. We just crossed the 2-year mark, so we're still figuring it out who we're going to be. But that we did a couple songs with Oakwood right off the bat, and was really think he did a great job. Just wasn't again sure what we were going to do sound wise. And then the next go around, our drummer has a studio at Brady Street Records, so. Why not utilize him in terms of going into his studio and recording?
I tell every band the same thing. When you're going in to record, there is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. You have a list of producers and engineers you may like, and whether they're Oklahomans and they're doing it out of their bedroom, or they're as big as Rick Rubin and they're doing it in massive studios. You have a list of sonically of records that you've liked that were made by certain producers. And as a band, you can pick the very best one, and you can go in there and your record may turn out to be total crap because the vibe isn't right between the two groups and the personalities. It very much is, you have to find a person who's willing to be an additional member of your band, to see your vision through to the finish.
That's so true. So true.
Yeah. And it worked. I think when we did it with our own drummer, there was a lot of greatness with that, a lot of goodness with it, but it was also harder.
It put a lot of pressure on him too,
because he couldn't be neutral about any. There was no neutrality.
Yeah.
So this next time we decided to go back to Oakwood and let our drummer Brian just get to enjoy the experience as being a band member. So, we really have enjoyed working with Adam. He's done a great job there. And I think all the bands he works with, he does spend some time trying to get to know what are you guys really trying to do here? And he's skilled enough to really kind of shape his approach to capturing that really well. So.
Well, I think it sounds great. And so that's why I was curious as to if you guys were doing it yourselves, if you went somewhere. I was pretty impressed with how it turned out.
Yeah, this batch we went with Oakwood Studios and Adam Woods. He's phenomenal.
I feel like you guys have found a second home outside of Tulsa in Chickasha, Oklahoma, and Fred down at Legends. He seems to be carrying the Dime Store Riot torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had never met him, and I don't know that he knew much about us. We played a show there. I'm not even remembering what it was, but all day long we watched him kind of walk around and really not pay that much attention. And we were waiting for a chance to meet him and introduce ourselves. So we were paying attention to Fred for an opportunity to cross paths with him. Didn't get it before we played, but while we were playing, we saw him parked in the middle of the crowd watching what we did, and really made fast friends with him.
Ever
and
since.
His support has been tremendous. He was blown away with the energy that we had on stage, and said, there's been hundreds of bands have played that stage, but very few of them have hit it with the energy you guys did. And so he's been a great supporter, and we really have appreciated him and his venue a great deal.
He's a legit music fan, and that venue is so cool with all of the autograph memorabilia. Every time I walk through there, I see something that I didn't see before, where I'm just like, oh my God, like where did you find that? And like the Kiss artwork for Destroyer. Like he's got the proofs, and the ones that were unapproved that never saw the light of day, he's got the originals of those hanging on the wall.
I gotta find that. Crazy. I looked at that stuff a couple times. I missed that one. I'm gonna have to find that one. But
okay, so did you see the Marshall cabs that he had turned into tables?
Yeah.
Okay, those Marshall cabs were Kiss cabs that toured with Kiss. He bought those from
I have tried to finagle him into a poker game with me where we play for some of that stuff, but
I don't know if you want to do that, my friend.
I mean, I'm terrible, but I'm willing to take my chances. I mean, what do I have to lose? I just said if I lose, we play for free. But
I know Fred's past, and I'm just saying right now, I don't know if you want to do that.
It'd be epic.
He's definitely played a lot of rounds for sure.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to have you guys on is I've reached out to all of the bands who are a part of the Battle for Catfest, because I wanted to kind of introduce the audience to some of the bands, like especially you guys who are from Tulsa and aren't as entrenched in Oklahoma City and know a lot of people. And I feel like people should get to know you. And so I want to do this for all of the bands who are a part of this. Tell people, if you could describe your band in a couple of sentences, how would you do that? To somebody who's never heard of your band, never heard you play, never heard a song, any of that.
Look, we just came from another interview where we had disagreements.
I did all the talking
on the description. I just describe us as a melodic hard rock band. I think we check those boxes. Some bands, you like a song that they do and you're going to hear 7 more like it. We're not that band. If you didn't like the last song, you might like the next one, because there's a lot of variety of influences that we try to showcase in the music that we do. And at the end of the day, it's Dime Store Riot. It's tied with a bow with, Adam's, melodic vocals and the big thundering rhythm sections.
More than 2
don't even get me started on his vocals, because that dude can sing his ass off. Like it's unreal. Like when you first listen to Dime Store Riot, you described it perfectly. You have this heavier modern rock sound. It's kind of Chevelle, it's kind of Saliva, it's kind of Puddle of Mud. It's that definitely that modern rock vibe. But then he starts singing and you're like, where did that come from? Just out of nowhere, you've got this what I'm assuming is a classically trained vocalist.
He could have been. I mean, he's raw and natural in terms of just honing that over the years, but he's incredibly gifted in the ranges that he possesses and the control and power with which he can sing.
Kind of blew me away. I was like, I was not expecting that.
Our first rehearsal with him blew us away. We were auditioning singers, and I sent them all a track, to just see if they could write anything on it. And he sent me back a partial song, which impressed me that he was willing to take on writing right away. And then when he came in for the rehearsals, he pretty much said, just tell those other guys not to bother. This is my job, and blew us away. And it pretty much sealed the deal when we heard him sing in the band room, because we'd seen him in other bands. But
when you get the right group of people together and it just works, you can tell immediately from the first time you play a note, you just have that sense that overcomes you, that you're like, oh man, there's something special here.
It's been really good.
Yeah, I think
agree
so.
With that.
And I think the fact that we've got good, like, you've been in a lot of bands, we've been in a lot of bands. Sometimes the chemistry in the band's not the best. And I think it impacts the overall. And sometimes that tension adds something to it. But in our case, I think the camaraderie adds something to it. Like when you come see us, we actually look like we're having a good time, because we really do have a good time.
I think it comes across in a performance if you're in a good headspace or not, whether it's a small band or a big band. I've worked so many shows as a runner where I know the drama that is going on between the headliner and their crew and their man and all the different band members. And when you go to watch it on stage, you can tell that they don't want to be in the same room with that person. I can only imagine that's what Journey feels like every time they go on stage, because they all hate each other. Like, why? I would hate to be in a situation like that. That would be brutal. If I'm going to be in a musical project, I got to like you, first of all.
Right.
Yeah. That's been a help, because my last band, it was it's like, okay, when's the fist fight going to break out? It was those kind of tensions.
I've been a part of some of those, man, and it's brutal.
It kind of fueled it, in a weird way. But
so what are some of the national bands that you guys have opened for previously? Because I know I've seen you guys' support with a lot of different bands over the last couple of years.
Well, one of my most recent favorite ones has been Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah,
we've there's been several on there.
Yeah, we've played with Alien Ant Farm. Was a lot of fun, because a lot of us consumed a lot of that 90s type music, and I think some of the riffs are have a grungy, vibe to them, and he puts his beautiful vocals over the top of them, and that's kind of unique. But we played the Lacuna Coil was one of the bands we also opened for. We opened for Mike Tramp from White Lion. We've opened for
Kill Devil
Hill, Jesse Scott from Saliva. I know there's going to be somewhere.
Oh, there's a bunch we're missing.
We just signed on to take the Slaughter show here in a couple of weeks at the
at the Diamond
up there, right?
Very nice.
They had a tribute band, Smells Like Teen Spirit or something. They were really good, a Nirvana tribute band there at the Diamond. That was a lot of fun. We did that one.
But a lot of our focus with these tour dates that we've been doing is just exposing ourselves and going and finding local bands in other cities to come.
Yeah, you guys didn't go out as support with somebody. You booked the tour for you, which is impressive.
Right. Yeah.
We are going to do some dates with Scotty Austin
in the fall.
And so we're going to do a little bit of support stuff too. But she was definitely working hard on trying to just get us through the door and create some new contacts across the United States. And then when we do a support, thing like with Scotty or some other band, same thing. We'll be meeting the promoters and the people that we need to meet and hopefully be able to come back through a second cycle.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I felt like you guys always did a really good job. Even in the previous band you were in, you did a really good job of networking and getting your face in front of people and saying, hey, this is who I am. This is what we do. How can we work together? And a lot of bands are just too scared to ask a question.
That's what it comes down to.
It comes down to relationships. I mean, we get asked, how do you guys get all this, the things that you guys get? And sometimes we take for granted that we get to do a lot of cool stuff. We get busy doing what we're doing and don't sometimes appreciate the fact that, we get asked to play Rocklahoma again, or, we get asked to play a cool show at the Diamond.
I know, we appreciate that.
It's through those relationships though that we've built over the years and really have worked to nurture that. And then also when we do get the opportunities to perform in those venues to really, make it count.
You got to seize the moment. You can ask all you want, but if you don't seize that moment, it's not going to come back again.
Right. Which is why we're now trying to branch out and get sponsorship for the band. So now we can also take, some local Tulsa businesses on the road with us and we can all build each other up. So we are looking for sponsorship.
I love that you guys were not afraid to put that out there on your social media pages and promote the fact that this is what you're doing. Because here's the misconception. Every single touring band, they all have sponsors. They all endorse products, and it's not just musical gear. It's everything from Bluetooth speakers to ice chests to clothing to you name it.
Whatever.
But everybody has acted a little too scared, or it's a little too taboo to put it out there. Like it makes you seem like you're not this larger than life band. The facts are every single band has sponsors. And the fact that you guys are willing to push and hustle to make it happen, I think that's part of the reason for your success is you are willing to work hard.
Well, it costs money. I mean, those trips aren't cheap. So
no,
the sponsorships, whether it's, Tulsa has a great Tulsa on Tour program through their tourism department and the Chamber of Commerce, which
we are members of.
They've asked us to be ambassadors of that the past 2 years, and it allows us to talk about Tulsa when we're out and promote Tulsa. But they help us, pay some of those bills, and then just the people with the $25 here and there. That stuff matters. And so on all levels, we're open to partnering. Some of them want to be championed and some of them want to be just, hey, silent, want to help you guys out. Whatever, we really do appreciate it because it's a game changer for a band like us to expand that reach, whether it's, hey, we got a new song, we need to pay for marketing of that song, put it to more eyes and ears, or we're going to go 3 states over. We need some fuel and some support on that.
Well, I commend what you're doing. I think you're on the right track, and I am super impressed with your growth in a short amount of time. You guys have come a long way in a really short time, and looking forward to having you guys a part of the Battle for Catfest.
Yeah, we look forward to being back over here. We're actually in Oklahoma City today. We had a meeting with the group that we're playing Oklahoma Air Show. They're coming up, so they wanted to meet with us.
Fest. Yeah.
Very nice.
So I was able to do the twofer with you. It's been a long time. We've been wanting to sit down with you, Jay. Appreciate that. But I know we won't see you that night, but maybe we'll catch you at Rocklahoma.
You'll see me at Rocklahoma, and you'll see me at other shows. If you guys had been on night 2, I didn't know that they were doing this, and so I had already booked this show with Cliff Diver, and they announced it. I'm like, well, damn! Like, if I'd have known that, I would have changed things up a little bit.
Well, that's great.
Well, yeah, and if we'd have known about that, you know, because we'd love to come see y'all. That'd be great.
It's been a long time, and we were all really nervous and a little scared because it's been 20 years. Like, I haven't been in a band in 20 years. Like, I left the band, started my radio career, and took off. And I had to go buy a bass. Like, I didn't even have a bass anymore. I gotta relearn these songs, and I wasn't any good really to begin with. So we've had a few rehearsals here and there, and I feel confident I can make it. I can make it through. I'm not winning a Grammy, but I can make it through.
Well, congratulations on getting that back up and running, man. That'll be exciting.
After these 2, I'm back in retirement.
Okay. and Cliff Diver, they've been doing great stuff, so that's a great band to jump on something with.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, they're a phenomenal band. I love what they do, and it all started with Pete from the Normandies. He called me and said, "Hey, saw you put out your record back out. We're doing a show at the Vanguard. Would you guys want to play it?" And then it just kind of snowballed. And I said, "Okay, guys, we're going to do one in Tulsa. We're going to do one in Oklahoma City. And then I'm back out."
Well, that'll be a fun show too.
That will be.
They always do a good job over there as well.
We're going to try to catch y'all there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys enjoy your time in Oklahoma City and be safe traveling back to Tulsa. And good luck on the Battle for Catfest. And hopefully we'll see you out at Lucky Star Casino.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. We definitely being one of the only out-of-town bands. You know, Tulsa's pretty far away from the hub here. A little disadvantaged. So, yeah, anybody wants to come out without any preconceived ideas and just vote for the band they think did the best that night, come out to night 1. Let us win you over.
Yes.
This Saturday night, Diamond Ballroom. Don't miss it.